So here we go then, with our second night match. Andy Roddick against Tim Henman, the head-to-head 3-1 in Henman's favour, but in two of those wins, Roddick had match point. Roddick has home support,
Andy Roddick to serve.
and he has the ammunition, and it's Roddick to begin.
Play. Let for service. Love.
139 miles an hour, not bad for a first serve.
Love.
What Tim was talking about, playing to the strength, went to the forehand wide, and then things started to happen for him.
That's certainly what he'll try and do. When he's serving, he'll use the slice serve out wide, particularly to the juice court, and when he's hitting from the back of the court, he'll try and use the backhand down the line and the forehand cross court to expose Roddick.
He has so many things in his armory.
30.
One of the greatest is he's such a good returner. Roddick won't ace him as much as he would ace most people.
Henman certainly tries to make his opponents play as much of the time as possible. That last rally was a perfect example of getting back into the rally after a big first serve.
That's a bad mistake from Henman. He got there and he watched it sail by. He could have played it.
40-30.
Done exceptionally well to get the ball back in play, and again, good approach, but coming into the forehand is an awful lot different to coming in on Roddick's backhand. The end result was much better for the American.
Game, Roddick.
So Roddick holds, but Henman showing that he's got to serve Roddick right up to his very best if he's going to cruise through this behind his service.
Good tactics early on as far as Henman's concerned, getting as many of Roddick's serves back in play with that chip, both on the forehand and the backhand. It's a high percentage shot. He tries to get it back to a length, and then Roddick obviously is pushed a little deeper behind the baseline, therefore it's tougher for the American to play aggressively from the back of the court. And anything dropped short, Henman will be looking to try and pounce upon with the slice backhand in particular, working well in order to get Henman into the forecourt.
Enough.
That's a good backhand from Roddick. Got some pace on that.
The difference is he had a little bit of extra time to get set up because Henman had hit the two previous shots to that side, so Roddick didn't have to do any movement before he made contact with the ball, and he has talked this week about having to improve his ability to get around the court a little quicker in order to try and live with the best players in the world on a permanent basis.
30-15.
It's the odd spot of rain.
Let. First service.
Second serve must have got the line, and the second shot was a beauty.
The forehand is often the shot that sometimes lets Henman down when he's not playing particularly well, but his confidence here to get around that backhand and use it so aggressively early on in the match is a good sign.
Game, Henman.
With Henman looking sharp. Been quite light-hearted through this week, and I think he regards this as a bonus. He was so pleased to qualify. I think he regards anything that he does here as a reward for what's been a terrific year, and it's a no-lose situation. It's a great frame of mind to be in.
And I think all year he's tried to be a lot more relaxed about the outcome of all of the matches that he's participated in, and I think he's done a lot better because of that.
Pretty close. Pascal Maria just signifying that it was just long. And showing his willingness and ability to chase almost everything down.
30 love.
We'll see Roddick come into the net a little bit this evening to try and take the forecourt away from his opponent.
.124 miles an hour.
40 love.
There's no doubt about the fact that Roddick knows he has to bring his A game to the court this evening to get the better of Henman. So it's been good preparation.
Game, Roddick.
Good serving from Andy Roddick. First and second serves.
Roddick leads 3-1.
A really sharp beginning to this match.
Mark, the court is really a limit. He's on the limit. He's
Pascal
getting
Maria
a bit
saying
wet.
to Mark Darby, the tour supervisor, that the court is at the limit as far as tolerance is concerned.
All right.
And maybe they're going to hold the players right here. There's still just a few spots of rain falling right now.
Too dangerous. Just hold it here. Yeah, Andy.
Roddick wants to play.
Starting again, and it's dangerous.
Well, surely the players should be the best judge of this. And you can see what Roddick thinks of this, and I think this is about time. If the players don't want to be mollycoddled and are quite happy to play, they should be allowed to play.
No doubt about it. They're the ones that might get injured. And I think Henman, in that last game, was willing to continue while serving, and that's really the litmus test. And Roddick there was out of his chair relatively quickly, and I think it's bureaucracy gone mad when you're forcing the players not to play.
Where are the towel? The towel you used before? Well, the one you used.
So the frustration continues. It's Been a wretched 2 days. We thought we were lucky earlier on today when we had two cracking matches. Moyer and Hewitt finishing their match, and then Safin taking out Guillermo Correa. And after the 2 day matches, the night session really has been very frustrating indeed.
And the trouble for the players is that they've got nice and warmed up now. They've got 3 games under the belt. They're just starting to find their stride, and the longer they sit in the chair, the tougher it is then to regain their form once
just
play
do
does
the baseline.
start.
All right, you're doing the baseline.
Of course, it's the lines that get a little bit more slippery than the rest of the court, and also the writing as well on the court, which is obviously maybe the same components as the lines. So that's what's frustrating for the players now. They've started hitting the ball very cleanly indeed. We thought it was going to be a very tight contest. The record certainly points in that direction, and I think this evening as well. Looks like it could be a good one.
Yes, both players looked really sharp, didn't they? And for all the lightheartedness that Tim Henman has shown over the last few days, as soon as it's business, you could see he was really ready.
Well, I think he fancied his chances tonight, and as you said, he's so relaxed, having finally qualified for the year-end championships. It really did look like he was going to struggle at one stage. Didn't play particularly well during the European indoor season, and it would have been a real shame because he's enjoyed, by his own admission, his most successful year to date. But they're certainly not going to want to sit outside.
Yes. It's pretty obvious. But you have this on clay, it's fine. You can keep going. It doesn't matter. You can rain much harder than this. You get it on the line, and
you'll be kicking over. That's it, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's the lines that they're concerned about, and the lines that concern Tim.
Let's take the piss out of you.
Who's directing?
Dom.
Dom.
Tim says lovely passing there, Dom. Yeah. Says thanks, Tim. He says his wife does a better job.
Do you want the ball kids to do the line?
What?
Let's do the line, ball kids.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The rest of the court's still late. Okay. Do you want to keep them entertained? You can go ahead.
Roddick's saying that the rest of the court's wet now.
Cleaning line races.
Yeah, obviously, it's raining a little bit harder than we can see. You can see the spots of rain, but obviously it's got a little bit harder. It is so light, the rain, though, so fine. It is. That's what adds to the frustration.
I mean, you could also see them playing on a grass court with it being this fine. It's unbelievable, really, and that's what's so frustrating for the fans. There are very few umbrellas up in the crowd, very few anoraks on, and it's just awful, really, when they've had to wait. And the anticipation is even worse because they've seen 3 games. They've seen that the quality is good. Both players are up for it. They know they're going to get a tremendous encounter, and they can't really wait. And it's awful, really. There's so little rain falling, but I don't think they'll start until it's completely stopped. And then, of course, they've got to get the court dry, which is another good 5 or 10 minutes. So it wouldn't surprise me if within the next 5 minutes or so they headed back into the locker room, because it's no fun sitting out there on court. There is a bit of a breeze down there, although it's humid. Once you've started sweating, very easy to let the body get cold, and that's when you can get injured as well. Particularly someone like Henman, who's had those shoulder problems, and when it does stiffen up a little bit, that's when he could certainly strain it.
Now it looks like it's stopping.
Because part 1 looks so good, you can't guarantee that part 2 is going to be as good. Good news is they feel it's stopping the rain.
It's so difficult for the players to build up any kind of momentum in a match when you play for 10 minutes, and stop for 10 minutes, and you start again. Just hope that we can get a good run at the match in order to allow the players to play somewhere near their best tennis, because we know it'll be a cracking encounter if they do just that.
It does look as if the rain either has stopped or virtually stopped. There's the flag's flying. It is a breeze, not a heavy breeze, but might be an attribute in times like this. You can see both players want to get on. They like what happened at the start. They want it to continue.
It's half the battle is to start the match hitting the ball as well as you have been doing in
I
practice.
send the ball kids to do the line.
Shot on the Masters serious sign.
Okay, let's do the line.
And they
Go
can
kids.
see
Let's do the line. All the line.
Yeah, then
Let's
they
do the
can
line.
see
Go
it.
kids. Let's do the line.
Otherwise
Take
they're
the
going to
tower.
start saying, you know, get out
Do
there
the
and
line,
play.
please.
I'll tell him.
Tell Dom.
Thank you very much.
Time now,
Huh?
time.
Hold up. Give me the ball.
Put that Masters Series shot so they can see the rain.
He said to me, "Do your job."
He's probably right.
He has been as light-hearted as I've seen him this week. He mixes up so well. As soon as he is required to flip the switch and go into match mode, he does it effortlessly.
And it is interesting that he's made a big effort this year to try and be more relaxed. He said he was actually hindering himself in the last couple of years, trying too hard to get the wins that he felt he deserved and he felt that his potential and talent really demanded. This year, when he's just relaxed a little bit more, taking the pressure off himself, focused more on process goals as opposed to outcome goals, and concentrated more on the job in hand and let the results take care of themselves, he's done exceptionally well. Who would have thought that he would have done better at the French Open and at the US Open than he did at Wimbledon? It's been absolutely fantastic, and I think that's why he's so enthusiastic about his tennis now. I think that's why he really enjoys coming up against the best players in the world, because he truly believes in his ability now to get the right result against the vast majority of them. He's the only player this year
right thing there.
to have beaten both Roddick
masterclass.
and Federer, so it's an amazing achievement, and it's icing on the cake really to be a part of this year-end championships.
Is Henman putting his sweater on now?
Jim, have a look. Andy, have a look.
But,
You fine? You fine? Okay.
both guys
Ball boy, come
are
on.
happy with what they've
Okay.
seen, and we are going to get restarted.
Come on.
Good news. And we're celebrating
Over
here with
there.
the wave. So they were held, weren't taken back to the locker room, and consequently no warm-up. Henman then at 1-2. Another very good point, and it shows that they've got confidence in their movement on this surface. Henman really flying around the court there.
And a lovely backhand down the line too. That's certainly going to be an important shot, because he's got to try and take advantage when Roddick's trying to just edge over to try and hide his backhand a little bit.
Really worked it. Good stuff on the backhand from Roddick, but Henman
15
majoring that side and coming up trumps. Occasionally misses an overhead, but it's like a couple of seasons.
Very, very strong both on the forehand and the backhand side. That one relatively simple. Nice check step in order to get balanced before executing the shot.
30.
Good piece of wrong footing from Henman. Roddick sure he was going for the backhand earlier on.
40-30.
Did very well to get anything back. Variation so important for Henman to keep Roddick guessing when he is able to get set. Does tend to test the opposition, but if Henman can keep him off balance, the chances are good.
Peach of a shot from Henman.
Two games.
You mentioned how good an athlete Henman is. Roddick was interesting when he was talking about what it needs to be better than Federer next year, and he said, I think it's movement. I've got to be a better athlete. The way that Federer turns and plays so well under pressure when he's been wrong-footed, that's what he really admires and what he wants to emulate. Perhaps he was caught a little flat-footed in the previous game.
And when he does get involved in protracted baseline rallies, especially against players that hit the ball hard, sometimes does find it difficult to get the ball back in play when he loses his balance.
Talk of wrong footing.
I think those are the types of rallies that Henman won't want to get involved in, where he's just hitting primarily to Roddick's backhand, and that allows the American to run around and use the forehand to set the point up so well.
Wasn't bad for someone who wants to be a better athlete.
And it's so strong as well. So here it was just a subtle use of the wrist in order to get the ball down into the court.
Really does look sharp, Roddick. Talking earlier on about how he's building up all the time for the Davis Cup final. Victory here would not go amiss. What about that for a return from Henman?
And of course it always helps when you pick the serve. And here, having anticipated the fact that Roddick was going to take him out wide, just excellent control of the racket face under extreme pressure.
And a serve of 142 miles an hour from Roddick. He's pepping it up. Remember, his world record is 155. Not far short of that now.
Roddick is by 3 games to 2.
Well, it's been interesting that Roddick did take just a few weeks, really, away from the tour in order to freshen up. I think his loss at the US Open in the quarterfinal, his failure to defend his title, really hurt him. And, of course, no disgrace losing to Joachim Johansson, but I think it's a match that Roddick would certainly have expected to win.
Couldn't believe he lost it when he went to a 5th set. He seemed nailed in to win it.
I think that loss did hurt him, and I think he found it difficult to be motivated thereafter. And so just a couple of weeks away have really helped, and he worked hard on his physical conditioning, and of course went to Paris, didn't play particularly well, but got a couple of matches under his belt, and that was enough. And I think his focus has always been here in Houston, where he's enjoyed so much success over the years, and then of course in the Davis Cup final in Sevilla against Spain in a week or so's time.
So it's been a cracking start from both guys. No breaks, no break points. Plenty of good form at the front and at the back. Henman coming into the Roddick backhand.
And a very nice combination. Good first serve, nice and effective, and then staying aggressive at the back of the court.
First service.
Good pick up from Henman, but nothing he could do really to stave off Roddick there.
Good tennis from both players, because the initial approach was pretty good length, but that first shot there from Roddick was very intelligent, getting it lower than the height of the net, going cross court, forcing Henman to hit up, and even though the Englishman did a very good job of trying to just soften the hands, Roddick's anticipation was superb.
Good job of wrong footing Roddick, thinking that Henman was going to go
40-50.
across to the backhand.
He's hitting his forehand superbly well this evening. Really able to dictate play from the back of the court, putting Roddick under all sorts of pressure.
Game, Henman.
And the old man of the tournament doing pretty well at the start here. It's the whippersnapper Roddick. Both with 63% first serves in. Henman winning 90% of the points when his serves in. Roddick 80.
Late. First service.
Oh, that's some pass from Roddick. Henman's so quick to get in.
15 love.
Just didn't quite get enough length on the return or hit it short enough. Roddick in a perfect position.
Love.
It's a lovely shot from Henman. Must have been very close to the line, just inside.
Just didn't quite do enough with that volley. The length was good, but it enabled Henman to get underneath the ball. Just flickered the wrist to get the necessary topspin.
That's what's great about Roddick. Another thing that's great about Roddick is his appreciation of opponent's success.
And there's a lot of respect between these two players. It's nice to see.
30.
First double fault of the match. A little window here for Henman. The old 1-2.
No matter how often he does that, the big first serve and the forehand inside out, it's still just as effective. Lovely target there, just on the service line. Not taking too many risks, given the importance of the point.
Henman again doing well, just getting enough back to force an error.
Going to his strengths, that's what he likes to do. That's why he frustrates so many opponents. They can't get as many free points as they used to.
Advantage, Roddick.
Fourth ace from Roddick, 125 miles an hour. That was out wide. Tested the line, Judge.
You both please.
But it's a severe test for both players. This is thoroughly enjoyable. The crowd really into it. It's 4-3, Roddick.
Well, of course, we knew that this match was going to be dominated by serve, and the first serve percentage, as far as the Americans are concerned, needs to be a little healthier than that throughout the encounter. We know it's going to be effective, but Henman's doing an exceptional job of getting a lot back in play. And that's why 77% isn't a little bit higher. So full marks to the Englishman. And I think that Roddick would like to try and get a few more free points. I think as far as Henman's concerned, if he can continue to serve as effectively as he has done at the beginning of the match, he'll be absolutely delighted. The first serve percentage is nice and healthy. Anything in the 60s is good, but look at the effectiveness of the serve, and that's what is important. Henman's targeting the Roddick forehand to the deuce court, mixing his serves up nicely. The variation is good. Roddick's not getting a lead on it. And the kick serve, the second serve, is the one that Roddick would like to try and take advantage of, and Henman's doing just enough, winning 50% of those points.
Miss Roddick's an outstanding server. He's an outstanding forehand deliverer. But there are aspects of his game which aren't quite so strong, and returning's one of them. Henman is a much better returner than Roddick is.
No doubt about it. I think that's something that he certainly needs to improve if he's going to add to his Grand Slam tally, and if he's certainly going to be a rival for Federer.
That's a classic example there. You could be sure that Henman would have got that serve back.
I think that allows Henman to open his shoulders a little bit more when he gets the opportunity, when he gets so many free points on serve. It's nice and relaxing. I think that's another reason why Roddick, even though he finished the year ranked #1 last year, is nowhere near the finished article in terms of a player, especially compared to somebody like Federer. There are holes in the Americans' game. It is possible to get to them, although his strengths are considerable.
game, Henman.
Henman forcing Roddick to run round, an unlikely backhand there to play the forehand. And a very easy service game.
Off. Off. 40 off. Roddick is by 5 games to 4.
So Roddick 5-4. Henman will serve to stay in the set. Players today will be interested in the announcement, which will be released to the press back in Europe tomorrow morning, that the ATP have forged a relationship with GlaxoSmithKline, the originators of Lucozade. There's an agreement that the ATP will provide the players with sports nutrition products, including energy bars, recovery and hydration drinks, powder fuel, and it'll be officially endorsed and officially safe. So the players will be much relieved. There's another deal still to be announced with another supplier for vitamin products, but at least it means that some of the supplements they're taking, they can be totally secure that they are not going to be contaminated. Henman at 4-5.
Love 15.
First double. Just going back to that story about the tie-up with Lucozade, the players were really worried. You know, Greg Rosetsky's been saying a lot back home about the Australian Open coming up and the fact that there's no nutrition at the moment that they feel safe using. Well, at least now that it's a bit of a start. And Roddick on a flyer here.
Well, it's one of the few occasions that it's been able to put Henman under pressure. In the backhand, you see the approach was short. Always meant that Henman was going to struggle to make the distance and get into a good position before having to try and execute that first shot at the net.
Yeah, he had to be alert there, Henman. Wasn't the easiest of volleys, particularly at that time.
Very, very difficult to get the ball away from you when the ball's coming into your body. Just have to hold the racket head back behind the wrist on contact with the ball, and Henman doing so quite superbly on that occasion. Good footwork moving through the ball in order to try and contact it as close to the net as possible.
I think Roddick heard my remark about him not being a very good returner. Suddenly he's rained the returns down at Henman, and what a finish there from the brim.
But it was the quality of the backhand volley really that let Henman off the hook, because it was a tremendous inside-out forehand, good to ghost into the net, but should have done an awful lot more with that volley. Henman had plenty of time to pick his spot with the forehand, so really it was a let-off for the Englishman.
Couple of misses there from Roddick in successive points. He was banging his shoe after the last point. And created the opening so impressively. Disappointed that he's now a point away from losing this game. Oh yes, I thought he'd let it stretch too far away for him, but not a bit of it, and perfect control at the end of it.
Well, this is Henman at his very best. Good tactics, nice and aggressive. You saw him open the angle of the racket face there. As he was moving, he knew he would have to do just that in order to get the ball back in play, and even though he didn't time it perfectly, he definitely intended to do it, and appreciated by Roddick, and rightly so.
Cracking match, though.
Both players hit the ball very sweetly indeed. We thought it might be a good one, and so it's proved.
Yeah, enough on that roll backhand from Henman to force Roddick to volley up and out.
15-0.
Henman on a hot streak at the moment. And Gilbert know these are crucial moments. Oh, very good judgment. Super return from Henman again.
15-30.
It must have been very tempting to play the second shot. Roddick needs the big first serve here.
I didn't see this.
You what?
I didn't see that one.
That's shocking that you didn't see it.
I must say, I didn't see the ball out. Suddenly Roddick complaining. Oh! Magnificent.
Well, quite superb as far as Henman's concerned. Drawing Roddick into the net, and then his footwork was superb. Got into an excellent position in order to open the shoulders, rotate the upper body, and get the necessary pace and spin on the forehand.
2 break points for Henman. Oh, he's got it. It would have been a tough volley for Henman. He left it. It would have been tough. It was a terrific shot. Let's leave it at that from Roddick.
30-40.
Being a little kind, because I think Henman would have had a play on the ball, and it was still a good effort by Roddick. He just had a little bit of extra time to get set up because Henman didn't quite time the return as well as he would have liked.
Second chance. Probably won't be another one. And he gave that a mean tap. 132.
Yes.
Done it again. No wonder he waves the fist. Henman would have been pretty happy with the way it went. That chip and charge.
Roddick's done exceptionally well. Excellent response under extreme pressure throughout this game. Look at the way he got down low, just dropped the wrists underneath the ball to get the necessary spin, and it was a good target.
Your first serve about 30% right now. Missing serves in
Well, disappointing finish from Henman, but Roddick will be very happy with the way he got out of trouble there. Particularly, he's a little bit angry with the officials, but he channeled the anger well. Some mighty serving, and he's in front again. This is great stuff, Jason.
And it was an excellent response by Roddick, and we expect nothing less from two players that have hit the ball sweetly from the first point, really. But when you get to the business end of the set, you always try to look for character flaws in either of the competitors, and we haven't seen that. Roddick had an opportunity, obviously, love 30 on Henman's serve in the 10th game, and he would have been disappointed he wasn't able to make more of that opportunity. And then suddenly Henman with 2 break points, and I think, if anything, that first one he had a potential shot, but the second one obviously a great first serve, and it's really proving to be the match that we all hope.
And that's what champions are made of, aren't they? Shots like that, serves like that, backhands like that from Roddick with the chips in hand.
And you always expect your strengths to work well under pressure, so that's the big first serve and the big forehand. But for him to be able to make those backhands under pressure, that's what I'm sure will delight him most. And now he's got an opportunity to put some more pressure back on Henman's shoulders.
Looks like we're heading for another tiebreak between these two. Every match they've had so far has included at least one tiebreak.
Love.
First ace for Henman.
Love. Only 15.
Hasn't missed many of those this evening so far. He's hit the slice backhand supremely well. Not just floating the ball, really knifing it, getting it to stay nice and low on this court with these balls. That's a tactic that he's obviously worked on in the few days, having got used to the conditions over here.
Miss.
Henman looks down at Roddick as if he can't quite believe what happened there.
It's always dangerous coming into Roddick's forehand. He does have the ability to be able to flick the wrist, and the target was superb.
He gets so low down and response 84 miles an hour. Oh, he's been extraordinary in the last 15 minutes on that double header.
And it's a response to a champion. And he's really getting the crowd involved now, and Henman under an awful lot of pressure. Couldn't really have done much more in the approach.
Set point. Doesn't seem possible. Henman's been playing so well. Oh. Incredible sequence of backhands from Andy Roddick. That's meant to be his weakness. Henman serving to the weakness, and look what he got. Fabulous, wonderful Roddick.
Well, fantastic stuff, and you can't really say that Henman played poorly in the last 5 or 10 minutes. He Roddick just responded superbly, and you always look for him to do so with the serve and the forehand, but for the backhand to have gone so well when he needed it most, I think that will be absolutely delightful for him. The first serve percentage wasn't quite as healthy as he would have wanted it, but look at the ratio of winners to unforced errors for both players. The quality of tennis in that opening set was superb, but again it comes down to playing the big points well. Henman 0 for 2 in terms of his break point opportunities, Roddick 1 for 1, and that was the difference between the two players.
Definitely the best set of the tournament so far. 46 minutes and it went in the blink of an eye. Let's just savor some of the shots. The feature shot, that one. Full stretch, off balance, take that. He really did channel his anger so well. He was upset. I don't think he had a right to be upset, but he got himself upset. But he used it so well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That was the turning point, really. Both players were hitting the ball pretty sweetly, but nothing had really happened. And then Roddick thought he got a bad line call on the other end of the court, and he did channel his aggression superbly. Saved the 2 break points in that game, the second with a big serve, and suddenly the backhand was almost unplayable. And that's all it takes when a match is as finely tuned as this one. Just 1 or 2 exceptional shots or mistakes. We always hope it's going to be the good play rather than the bad play that changes the course of a match, and that was certainly the case in that opening set.
Henman will wonder how on earth he got broken. 69% first serves in, 82% when they went in. He's a set down.
15 off.
Roles reverse, Roddick at the net and Henman unable to pass him. Roddick changing the tactic now, serving and volleying, keeping Henman off balance.
The body language is so good now. You can see he's really got the bit between his teeth. These are dangerous times for Henman. We know what a good front runner Roddick is.
Roddick fairly racing to his chair. I must say this is as good as I've seen Roddick play for a little while.
And I think it's been really a result of just taking that little bit of time away from the game. It's a very, very long season for all the players, and I think when he lost in the final to Federer in Bangkok, 6-4, 6-love, that was the first time he'd ever lost a professional set 6-love.
Say it again, 6-4, 6-love.
It's amazing, and I think that really hurt his pride, and I think he took a step away from the game to really try and regain his enthusiasm for it, and now we're seeing the direct results of that move.
He's
on a phase now, Roddick, where he believes he's going to win every point. Not like that, that's a homer.
30 love.
Is that a home run or a Homer Simpson?
You're Homer Simpson. Again, off balance, not the best.
40 love.
It's just so difficult to continue to try and keep Roddick off balance, especially when he starts to pass so effectively.
sure.
One
It was
game
an
more.
old-fashioned slap shot.
It was an important game as far as Henman's concerned. Lost 3 games in a row. Desperate to try and stop this momentum swing.
Enough.
'Rare occasions where he has had some reward on the Roddick backhand.
It's
a good barometer of how good the Roddick backhand is working. In fact, there are more winners on his backhand than the forehand. 6-4. And only 2 unforced errors on the backhand. A couple of unforced errors in this game on the Roddick backhand. This is what Henman's been waiting for.
I think there he was just a little bit angry and frustrated that he didn't use his forehand. Had plenty of time. Half chance for Henman.
40-30.
Howitzer. 132. Ace number 5. Henman replying with his best backhand today.
So very difficult to defend against that backhand down the line.
Yes.
And the length was quite superb. Roddick did well, in fact, to get it back in the court, but Henman's anticipation was good. He was already up to take the ball on the rise.
He's just amazing on that backhand side, whether it's the back or the front. Yes, he's made a couple of unforced errors in this game, but through the match, it's been now impeccable.
Game running.
The big 130. Maha serve out wide. Sets up ace number 6. Roddick in front again, 2 games to 1.
Well, it's very interesting to have a look at what the players are doing in terms of tactics behind the serve. We knew that both would come on court with a game plan. Look how often Roddick is using the serve and volley tactic. 30% on first serves. There's no doubt about the fact that he's come out here and thought about the fact that Henman would like to come in, and he's going to try and counter the chip return that Henman uses more often than not by coming into the net and hopefully having a good volley. On the second serve, of course, he's not going to serve and volley very much. 9% of the time is just enough to keep Henman guessing, and of course to not allow the Englishman to chip charge all the time. As far as Henman's concerned, we would certainly expect him to serve and volley an awful lot more than Roddick, but look at that, just 6% of the time Henman is serving and volleying on that first serve, and a little bit more on the second serve. So although he's winning a lot of free points on that first serve, it's certainly a surprising tactic.
Time.
Let's see if Henman serves and volleys a little more here.
Lit. For service.
Really excellent angle.
15 love.
Oh, yes, what beautiful handwork.
Well, the control here under pressure from
30
Henman
love.
was superb. Initially on the half volley to get that ball back to a half decent length was superlative, but then to be able to control the ball there under that much pressure.
Thirty 15.
Second double.
Forty 15. Henman. New ball,
So Henman
please.
survives a little scare there. And certainly the momentum that Roddick seemed to be building up right at the end of the first set, start of the second, is neutered here. And it's a very level second set. And still the standard very high indeed.
That's what we expected, and Henman's done well to get back into this second set now. And again, he's got to be patient, wait for an opportunity, and hope this set that he'll be able to make the most of it.
Fifteen love.
Good pressure from Roddick.
30 love.
He's got total confidence now, that side. Whether it's at the back or the
40
front.
love.
He's got the confidence to come in behind the serve, first or second.
Again, Roddick.
An express game from A-Rod.
Roddick is by 3-2.
5 games with serve so far in the second set. How often have we seen someone take a little break from the game, come back refreshed? Usually it's through injury. In Roddick's case, it's out of choice. Works hard mentally, particularly physically, and he looks in absolutely brilliant shape.
And I think it also begs the question, is it possible to play 11 months of the year and still play somewhere near your best tennis when you want to? I don't think it does. Agassi, we've seen over the last few years, has really done exceptionally well in picking the right tournaments to play in order to try and peak. And that's exactly what Roddick and Federer have to try and do.
Roddick very fast out, ready to go. Henman still biding his time. Yes, there was no time called by Pascal Maria there. And Henman just in reminding him to do so. This is amazing.
Well, sending Henman a very distinct message there. Lovely backhand up the line, and we've seen him use that shot so effectively in the last 20-25 minutes or so, and then really an emphatic finish to the point.
Almost a double bounce from Roddick.
Deceptive backhand from Henman. Can do that very effectively, just dropping the ball short with a little bit of slice. We know in these conditions the ball stays very low, and if you don't move up the court, you can get caught out.
(30-15).
A really good return from Roddick.
30.
He is so sharp that side.
He's got the confidence to step up the court, swing through the ball, hit it aggressively. Something that him and Brad Gilbert did work on when they first got together. Picking a shot and just having the confidence to try and execute it.
(40-30).
He's done really well to stick with Roddick through the second set.
so important to try and weather the storm, especially when Roddick went through that purple patch really at the end of the first set, beginning of the second set. You know what a good front runner he is, and Henman's done exceptionally well to stick with him. As long as he continues to hold serve, he'll be hoping for an opportunity to break serve. He had a couple in that first set in the 11th game, wasn't able to make the most of them.
We've seen some flying winners here from both guys.
It's been worth the wait, that's for sure. Lovely first volley here from Roddick, within inches of the line, and he was covering the line there. He'd done the right thing. Had to be perfect. It was.
He's making the moves to the front court.
His tactics have been superb so far in the match. Anacone, I think, will be a little frustrated. Henman didn't make the most of those great points in the opening set because Roddick has certainly taken the game to Henman very effectively indeed.
Shot from Henman at the back. Roddick will feel a little disappointed he didn't make it, but he made it so tough for him, Henman.
He can do that when he's under extreme pressure. Just a subtle flick of the wrist up the back of the ball in order to get the necessary spin and angle.
That's you.
Henman knew it was a really good slice. Followed it in straight away. Exerting even more pressure now on the American.
It's a very, very difficult shot to defend against. It's tough to execute up the line off the kick serve for a right-hander. It's so superbly.
Roddick got lucky there. And for once, an ungainly shot from Henman. I think he was really disappointed. He hadn't won the rally earlier on. Gutsy stuff from Roddick, but he got a little bit lucky there.
Henman had plenty of time here to actually just turn around and play a normal ground stroke. It was a little low to try and smash, but I think he thought Roddick was coming into the net behind the lob.
So Roddick holds another titanic game. And Roddick leads 4 games to 3, second set. Really enjoyable match.
Well, I think we looked at the draw and we thought this one could be a real corker. So it's proved because Roddick, of course, is already refreshed from that break that he's taken, and Henman, I think, was absolutely delighted to have qualified in the first place. So both players have come out here today. They've hit the ball sweetly from the off. Roddick, of course, has made many forays to the net, many more than we've seen him make normally. I think that's probably prompted by his poor record against Henman. He's 1-3, remember, and a desire perhaps to change things up tactically today to see whether it works, and it certainly has done so far. But it's been the quality of the backhand that's really given Roddick an opportunity to get a set up. Now although Henman's tried to respond superbly well, it's been the quality, particularly off the weaker side, that's seen Roddick taken advantage in the match.
As we watch Henman, Roddick's already taken his place at the baseline, and Henman just taking his time, determined to go his own pace as we through the big screen see some of the wonderful points in this match so far. Now he's ready, and it's 3-4. No break points so far in this set. Terrific movement from Roddick. Checked well.
So eager to get up the court, take the ball early. Often it hit the forehand here and stay at the back of the court, but doing so well when he does move into the net. He's on 9 of 11 points now in the forecourt in this set.
It was a rare miss that side.
Gives you a good indication of just how confident he is now, expecting to make every ball.
Roddick laid it on him with the return. Super second shot. Sweet finish.
And good anticipation by Henman, because Roddick doesn't possess the subtlety here to drop the ball short to the feet of the incoming Henman. The Englishman anticipated the fact that he was going to try and come in, and by moving up the court was able to fashion a much better position with which to win the point.
Inch perfect again from Henman.
40-15.
Playing so much better here than he did in Paris.
There's a real weight off his shoulders having qualified. Icing on the cake for what's turned out to be a very, very good year.
Oh, just out. This time Roddick shakes his head just to make sure that it was going to get called. Great attempt.
Lovely little approach shot there. The ball moving away from Henman. You can see how low it stays, and that's just what made life a little bit too difficult for the Englishman.
Henman.
You know, Jason, this is so good. I think 7,500 Texans here wouldn't mind if Henman won the second set to give us more.
Especially given the fact that they've had to wait around for it. It's been fantastic, and I'm sure they'd love to see a deciding set. I think the vast majority would still like to see Roddick squeeze it in the third, but we certainly want more of it.
Wouldn't have been a surprise if he'd got that one in.
15 up.
Paul Annacone, who's made Henman work harder on his game, be more himself.
And we're seeing the benefit of that here.
It always helps if you can get in the best possible shape. I think Roddick on occasion has carried the odd excess pound around with him. Now he's reaping the rewards for all that hard work.
Again, Roddick applauds. I thought his volley was absolutely super, Roddick. It needed the touch of genius to lift it up over and in, and it got it.
Of course, it was the slightly high percentage shot because he had all the court to hit into, but still superbly struck.
After what we've seen that side was rather lame.
30 all.
And now it's Henman with just a sniff of a chance here on the Roddick serve. A very clever shot from Roddick. He took all the pace off it. Thought he was going to come in and volley and just laid the wrist down.
Exquisite hands under extreme pressure. Henman had played the point superbly, forcing Roddick to come up with a terrific shot to win the point.
Wondrous game. Touch of velvet from Andy Roddick.
5 games to 4.
Well, it really was a superb game, and I think it's really worthy of the respect that the two players have for each other, that they applaud each other's good play throughout the encounter. They know how important this match is, but it's being played in an excellent spirit. And I think also to pay tribute to Roger Federer, because he's forcing these players to really try and get the most out of their game. Roddick's been forced off court to try and improve his fitness because he knows that he can't live with Federer at the moment. It's something that he desperately wants to do in the future. He knows he's going to have to do that if he's going to add to his Grand Slam tally. So I think already Federer has started to allow these players to improve even more.
This is wonderful news for Roddick himself, also for the Americans, because Roddick, of course, is the pivotal point of their hopes in the Davis Cup final in Seville against Spain. The US Davis Cup captain, Patrick McEnroe, is here. He'll be absolutely delighted with Roddick's form so far. Still no breaks in the second set. Still no break points. A minute 4-5. Henman shouldn't be surprised. Nods his head in Roddick's direction
Love 15.
in appreciation.
Again, couldn't have done much more with the approach shot. It was hit to a good length. It was hit to the right side and just simply too good. Good use of the top hand or the left hand to drag the ball across the opposition.
That's just long. Roddick thought it was in, but it wasn't. It was definitely out.
15-all.
Another fabulous bit of handiwork from Tim Henman. There's confirmation it was just out. It has been a really high-class performance from both guys. Henman has to keep at this standard. You can't rely on it getting any lower because there's absolutely no sign of it.
Nice change up, didn't really nail the first serve, made sure he got it in, and then was able to get a little bit closer to the net as a result of taking a little bit of pace off that first serve, and lovely volley was the end result.
Henman.
Big kick on the serve did the trick. And this is wonderful form from Tim Henman and from Andy Roddick. He's achieved so much this year as Henman, semi-finalist at Roland Garros, semi-finalist at US Open. Only a handful of times will he have played as well as this.
In all areas of his game. I think he'd be absolutely delighted, but of course he still finds himself in that last game just 2 points away from defeat. Shows you how well Roddick's playing.
It's the backhand that does the trick.
Very rarely do you see Roddick step up the court and try to take the backhand on the rise. Usually it's the forehand, and that was the shot which set the point up nicely. Henman there needed more length in order to get the ball bouncing up high over Roddick's shoulder. Instead, he was able to get inside the baseline, create a little bit of linear momentum through the ball, which helped him enormously.
I like that linear momentum through the ball.
Thanks, mate. I don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
Love.
Roddick racing through that game. It's working so impressively in his favour behind serve. He's making it count. Roddick on 89% of first serve points won, 56% first serves in, Henman on 68.
He stayed around that through most of the match.
No, I think both players will be absolutely delighted with the way that they've served and also just played in all areas of the game. The one stat that really I think is outstanding is the amount of points that have been won at the net. You would expect Henman to certainly win the vast majority of them. He's won 13 of 16 in this particular set, 28 to 43 overall. But look at Roddick, 17 of 21 in this set, 26 of 37 overall. Better percentages than Henman in both cases. Incredible stuff.
Small band of Henmaniacs right in front of us. He's given them plenty. Yeah, it's been that kind of match. He's moving nearly as well as Roddick and Henman.
I thought you had copyright on those
Time.
dance moves there. So.
Yeah. He's obviously bought my video. 5-6. Just wide.
Love 15.
Roddick a little bit naughty, helping the line judge make his decision.
Another successful foray to the net for the American.
Just overcooked it after such a good return.
Desperately disappointed with his inability to make that forehand because the return, although he didn't time it, was very effective, worked in his favour. He would have been in an excellent position there to put some real pressure on Henman. It's a good pattern of play from Henman, using his legs superbly well. Get up into the serve and then again on the smash.
Let first service.
He hasn't got it. Henman having a look, but I think it got the line. It might have hit the very line itself.
30.
Very close. It's down the line of Pascal Maria. This will help us. Ooh, that looks as if it might have been out. And TMI saying it was out. Henman recognising it was on the screen gives us that Maria another look. So this to take us into a breaker. So we are in for a breaker.
6-0, second set.
And the head-to-head between the two of them, it should be in Henman's favour. He's won 4 of the 5
tiebreakers they've played. There's their record this year, very much in Roddick's favour. It's not been a good year for Henman on breakers, very good for Roddick, but between the two of them, 4-1. And there's a big bit of luck. A miss hit. Henman waves his arm in apology. Roddick doesn't want to look behind and see it.
Not much you can do about this. Had a tremendous amount of spin on the ball, and it was just impossible for Roddick to make the distance.
On a night like this, switch it to the forehand of Roddick.
2-0.
Keep
Henman.
varying the tactics in order to distinguish just how well the opponent's playing on any individual shot.
Just incredible. Roddick doing all he can, all he could, but Henman just with supreme touch here.
3-0.
You know he's got
Henman.
really soft hands. But in order to have the confidence to be able to attempt that shot, such an important point, to be able to execute it that well, quite superb.
Roddick at last gets his
3-1.
side of the scoreboard moving in the breaker. And it's the backhand side where he's had most of his winners in this match. It's
3-2.
still
Henman.
quite amazing to see. But there he generates 90 miles an hour out of the forehand. Much more what we're used to seeing. Henman looks so cool.
And that's been a feature of his play all year,
4-2.
really.
Henman.
Responding well and not getting too uptight when he's either behind in a match or not hitting the ball as well as he would like, or not feeling great physically. Tonight, I think he's done well to weather the storm and he's kept his cool, and now he realizes he does have an opportunity. It was a stroke of luck, the mistimed forehand return early on in the tiebreak, giving him the mini break on the first point, and now it's up to him to try and make the most of that.
And he guessed right, Roddick. Just had to stretch a little further than he thought. And Henman with a good cushion here.
Can easily be snuffed out with a couple of big first serves from Roddick, but this is the time to really put the American under a little bit of pressure. If he can get the ball back to a length or drop it to Roddick's feet, if he attempts to serve and volley, he'll fancy his chances of opening his shoulders.
He got lucky there, Roddick. Completely mistimed the first volley. Could have gone anywhere.
Took a very big swipe at the ball,
5-3.
trying
Henman.
to obviously generate a little bit of pace. Didn't time the ball at all, but Henman couldn't do enough with the resulting forehand.
Good saving volley again on the backhand, though, from Roddick.
5-4. Henman.
And sure enough, Roddick wins the 2 points on his serve. ammunition with Henman. Can he make these two count? Love to know what's going through the mind of Paul Anakin. He looks so laid back. Just a little bit too much pace from Roddick. Henman for once not able to cope with it.
5-all.
Missed so few volleys this evening. Henman did well initially. We've seen Roddick pick up the pace on the backhand throughout the encounter when he's needed to most.
Late. First service.
Again on the backhand side. Well, I don't know what else he's been doing in the 2 or 3 weeks he's been away. Maybe he reinvented this himself. This is unbelievable, the shot making that side. And it set him up
Roddick.
with match point. Too good. Roddick applauds Henman. He is some specimen, is Andy Roddick. But well might he applaud. Look at the control on that shot.
Quality of the kick serve was fantastic as well. Really moved a lot off the court surface. Henman did exceptionally well just to time the return and then to have the audacity to try and bunt it up the line. It's a high-risk shot at the best of times, and to be able to execute it match point down is incredible.
I don't think they'd want to admit it to their friends, but I think everyone here wants Henman to win this set because we want more of this. This has been absolutely top-grade tennis.
Roddick.
Hooting and hollering, and with a second match point. It's away. Away it is, and Roddick has won. A terrific scrap. And Roddick it is who takes it after an hour and 41 minutes. But thank you guys, both of you. It's a classic thing for the Brits to say, yeah, Tim Henman did wonderfully well in defeat, but wasn't he good? And wasn't Roddick good too? Hardly anything to show between the two of them. In the end, Roddick came up with the big shots and the big points, and I guess that's what separates them.
Particularly on the backhand, he was able to win some very, very big points in both the first and second sets with that particular shot.
Well might they applaud him. He's not out of it. Not by any means with that defeat. If he can keep that kind of form up, he could beat Safin and he could beat Courier.
Both players getting a standing ovation, and rightly so. The quality of the tennis was superb, and it was just 1 or 2 points that really separated the two players. You've got to remember that Henman had those 2 break points in the 11th game of the opening set. didn't make the most of them. And then, of course, Roddick breaking in the very next game, and that really was the difference in that opening set. In the second, there was very little between the two players, so the stats will bear out the fact that it was a high-quality encounter, many more winners than unforced errors for both players. But look at the difference at the bottom of your screen there. Henman 0 and 2 on breakpoint opportunities, Roddick 1 and 1, and it's all about playing the big points well. And it was the quality of Roddick's backhand, particularly in the latter stages of that opening set, that made the real difference.